a blessing that we can gather here this morning in a good health and happiness. Okay guys, in this morning we are going to have very special session, a talk show with the theme Cross Culture Understanding. Alright, that's right sis. In this talk show, we will learn how culture shape communication and why it is so important to understand in our global world. Yeah, exactly. You also get a chance to ask questions, share your thoughts, and practice your English in real discussion setting. So guys, please pay attention, take notes if you want to, and don't hesitate to participate. But before we next, let's give a big appreciation to our beloved sponsor who have supported this English camp. A big thank you to Cosmic, Hasrat Toyota, PT Sinar Sosro, Fotokopi Sarjana, Sewa HP Palu, Puerto Studio Palu, Celebes Bergerak, Bank Indonesia, Bank Syariah Indonesia, Prima, and the last this. Big thanks to them for making this event possible. And also our media partners, RRI Palu, Info Event Palu, Medula.id.
Today. Okay, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our talk show on cross-culture understanding. Okay, how are you guys today? Are you still excited? Wow, amazing. I had around 10,000 participants here because it's very crowded and excited even it's raining. Okay, today we are going to have a relaxed conversation, more like a podcast vibe, not a formal seminar. So before we begin our event, let me introduce myself first. My name is Maharani, you can call me Rani, and I will be the moderator for this session. Cross-culture understanding. Probably you wondering, is this topic important? Of course, because when we communicate with people from different cultures, we don't just use words. We also use gestures, attitudes, and values. Misunderstanding can happen if we don't understand the culture context. But don't worry, today we have two best speakers, very special to explain this further. Please welcome our best speaker, Sir Mokhtar and Sir Mukrim. Give a big applause for them. Okay, let me introduce our best speakers today. So the first speaker is Sir Dr. Randes Sir Mokhtar Mahrum, MED and PhD. Pursued both his master's and doctoral degrees at Flinders University in Australia. Our next speaker is Sir Mukrim, SPD, MED, and PhD, holds a master's degree from Victoria University of Wellington in New Zealand, and he later completed his PhD at the University of Leeds in the UK. Yeah, that's inspiring us that you want to be like them and could be study abroad. Hopefully, after you heard this talk show, maybe you can grow your mindset to start planning for your future. Okay, so our theme today is cross-culture understanding. Let's talk about why it matters and how it affects us as students, learners, and future professionals. Okay, sir. For the first question, why do you think it's important to understand culture differences? Let's listen to Alice's perspective.
Well, thank you for helping us here. We are very happy to be here with the students of English Education Department
Terus Melo bisa.
panoramic school, a beautiful natural setting. Well, why do we need to learn CCU? Cewek-cewek untat. Cowok-cowok untat stands for cross culture understanding. Well, those who learn foreign language, any foreign language, and those who are expected to travel abroad or to live in foreign countries, they need to learn foreign culture. In order they will be able to have cross-cultural communication or cross-cultural understanding. If you don't have knowledge on the cross-cultural understanding, you will be in trouble. Take, for example, the first time I visited Australia when I joined student exchange program, youth exchange program. I learned English and learned the words. How you doing? How you going? How you going means where are you going? Yeah. By what? By bus, by train? I thought that the meaning of how you going in Australian slang, meaning that how are you going, by bus or by train? And I answered. Someone asked me, how are you going today? And I answered, by bus. By bus. He got confused, and me too. He meant, how are you going there? But how are you going in Australian slang means, apa kabar? So, it is not enough to learn English from book. You need to learn authentic materials. That's why I always recommend students or English learners to learn authentic materials. And also, it's not enough to learn the foreign language, but students need to learn the culture. For example, in Bahasa Indonesia, when we are offered something, we answer, thank you, terima kasih. But in Western culture, when they are offered something, if they accept, they say, yes, thank you. If they reject and refuse, they will say, no, thank you. But in Indonesia, it's ambiguous, confusing. So, when girls wearing jilbab, wearing hijab, it's already used in English. Hijab has been incorporated into English library dictionary. Wearing hijab and then offer red wine. Red wine contains alcoholic substance, and she said, "Thank you." And so she was given a glass of red wine, but she's wearing hijab because in bahasa Indonesia, thank you. If you are over something, ditawarkan sesuatu, kalau orang Indonesia tidak jelas, cuma bilang terima kasih. Kalau orang Barat, jelas. Kalau menerima, yes, thank you. Menolak, no, thank you. Karena tidak jelas, dia bilang terima kasih, ditawarkan anggur merah. Anggur merah ada alkoholnya, tidak mungkin. That's it. Thank you. Back to MC.
Okay. Oh my God. Such a great experience from Sermohkan. This is it for our guest Sermohkan perspective.
Okay. Right. Oh. Okay, thank you very much. Well directed to the question. I think it's very important to understand other cultures, yeah, because it will I think it will help us to understand others as well, and then will avoid us for, let's say, creating misunderstanding. Yeah. Because it happens to me when I firstly came to Canada in 1999. I went to Canada joining youth exchange program as a experience as well. So at the time, actually, before coming to Canada, we learned about the cultures of Canadian cultures, how we should, let's say, interact with them, engage with them. So it will, if we know that one, if we understand their cultures, so it will avoid misunderstanding, and it also create harmonious, interaction. So yes, so that's why we have cross-cultural understanding subject in our department or in our courses in our department. So it will, let's say, provide knowledge and skill for our students in order to understand other cultures, to create harmonious, more understanding to others, harmonious, life or interactions, and good communication. Actually, yeah. When they live somewhere else in a place where they have different cultures, yeah, that is very important. Thank you.
Okay, such a great experience from Sir Mohtar and Sir Mutim. Okay, talk about miscommunication. Miscommunication often happens because of culture. So, what do you think is the best way to avoid that?
Well, you need to learn slang and technical terms in English-speaking countries. Yeah. For example, we often make mistakes, blunder, yeah, blunder. Blunder, we often say with the same misconception, yeah. The word, for example, making love, bercinta. The dangdut singer, she sang the song, Aku ingin bercinta. Bercinta means making love. Making love means having sex. It's taboo in Eastern culture, but in Western culture, it's not taboo. I want to make love with you in front of public. So a friend of mine, when we were in all lecturers, all scholarship recipients, before they are sent abroad, they are trained in Bali or in Jakarta. And we call pre-departure training. We learn cross-culture. So when we had a discussion on cross-culture, a friend of mine, the instructor, our lecturer from Canada and from UK, United Kingdom, asked a question, raised a question. What's the difference between Indonesian culture and Western culture? And a friend of mine, a lecturer at Udayana University, she's also an Australian scholarship recipient, and she answered, in Indonesia, when we make love, we are hiding in the back or somewhere. Nobody can see us making love. She thought that making love berpacaran. The bully, our lecturer, said, no, making love means having sex. But in Indonesia, we thought that making friend berteman, making love berpacaran. So that's why Indonesian singer always sing, aku ingin bercinta. Aku ingin bercinta, aku ingin baku perdu. Making love. So be careful with the language. Must know the meaning first. And then the difference in our culture is taboo, but in Western culture, you hug, suck, sucking, hugging, kissing. In public, it's okay. That's their rights. Nobody can scold or stop them because that's their rights. But in Indonesian culture, it's different, much different. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Question is miscommunication often happens. What do you think is the best way to avoid that? Sir Mukun.
Okay. What's the best things to avoid that one? Okay. I think Pamutar has explained that from the perspective of the language. Yeah. Um, well, yes, of course, we have to learn more about uh, other cultures in terms of their habits, the language itself, their, let's say, the norms that have been practiced by them for years. If you are going to, let's say, if you are going to New Zealand, for example, well, you have to know more about the New Zealanders or Kiwi, yeah, Kiwi, let's say, cultures. Yeah? For example, you need to learn what kind of topics they like to discuss, for example, or to talk with you, how to approach with them, or maybe about the, let's say, uh, the norms. For example, in doing communications, there are some topics that you need to avoid when speaking with them. For example, asking about age could be common for us, yeah. But for them, it may be, let's say, impolite or offense, something like that. Or probably talking about the wages, how much money do you earn, for example. It's very personal things. About, for example, when you tell someone, oh, kamu do sekali atau gemuk, yeah. That's very offensive things, yeah. So you have to know the thing that you should avoid when talking with someone, because different cultures has different, like norm or something like that. So yeah, that's the best thing actually. Before coming to a place where is foreign for you, you have to learn, their cultures, their, let's say, the habits, the norms, so on. Yeah. That's the best thing actually. Yes. Right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, yeah, the point is we have to learn different cultures, right? Okay, we are English learners. So, as English learners, how can cross-culture understanding support our learning process?
How? Sorry. Sorry, could you repeat?
As English learners, how can cross-culture understanding support our learning process?
Oh, very good. Very good question, man. Yes, that's an inspiring question. The cross-cultural understanding, as I mentioned, not only when we visit foreign countries, but also when we visit regions or areas where the culture is different from ours, we need to learn. For example, I went to Malaysia and I met my friend, my used to be my classmate when I was in Australia, and he raised a question. Pak Mohtar, he prepared to speak Malay, since we understand each other when we speak Malayu. Malay. So he asked me, Pak Mohtar duduk di mana di sini? Saya bilang, saya duduk di sofa. Duduk di mana Malaysian Malay? Alamatnya di mana? Tinggal di mana? Makanya kartu penduduk kan bukan kartu alamat. That's why Malay. Saya duduk di sofa. So both of us got confused. Well, you need to learn the culture. It's absolutely, Or otherwise, for example, I think just over the last few years, we understand universal culture to line up, to queue. Long time ago, when I joined the youth exchange program, we want to take a bus. And in Australia, when we take a bus, we took a bus, we must line up. But at the moment, we were not accustomed to line up. And a friend of mine from Papua, participant from Papua, he didn't line up, just rush to the bus, and everybody look at him, and it's very shameful. You know? We were very embarrassed because all passengers look at him. What? Where is he from? Alim. Maybe he's Alim. Alim. He didn't line up, just rushed to the bus and then sit down. And he just realized that everybody is queuing and lining up. So he just realized it is important to learn the culture. That's it. Thank you.
Right. Okay. I was in Japan last week for 6 days, and what I learned from them is, for example, when you went to someone's house, you have to take off your shoes.
Yes.
And then you have to wear like the sandals, yeah? When you were in, let's say in train, you have to keep silent because it will annoy them. So that's the thing that you need to learn from others about for example, about the Kiwi, yeah, in getting in line, yeah? So other cultures. So it will actually flourish your personality about to respect others. And as a learners or English learners, it's good for you to know other cultures as well, especially, let's say, from the countries, let's say, in negara maju, yeah, advanced countries, yeah, or developed countries. Because you're just not only about learning about the cultures, but also about something very positive that you can learn from them. About respecting the time, for example, in, let's say, in UK, Australia, or in UK, or in US. So you need to appreciate the times. You need to respect others as well. And then, for example, in Japan, I learned about the cleanliness, about to respect others. Let's say, for example, if you are in the train, you don't have to talk, let's say, loudly with friends. You have to be aware of others. So those are the things that are good for you as learners. So in the future, it will shape your personality about respecting others as well, to also to develop yourself as a person. Yeah. So that's what I learned actually. The most important things learning about cross culture understanding. Right? Okay. Thank you.
Can I? Okay. Very interesting. In Indonesia, when we want to eat, having meal, we want to have meal, we use fingers
Yes.
or spoons.
Yeah.
But in Western countries, they use spoons or forks. In Asian countries, in many Asian countries, they use stick. Yeah. What do we call stick? Eh? When noodles, when we want to eat,
Yeah,
chopstick. So when I was in China, last year I was in China. I visited China, and in Japan as well. I went to the restaurant, and everybody use chopstick to eat their noodles and the traditional foods. So I got upset. How to eat there? Shall I use spoons or shall I use my fingers? And then I just followed your style by using chopstick. But unfortunately, I was not able to eat by using chopsticks. And then when I was back at the hotel, I practiced how to use chopsticks when having noodles or meals. So it is important for you to learn not only the ingredients for the foods, but also how to eat the foods using tools or whatever their styles of having meals. You just follow. It's important to learn. And also, nowadays it is very important to learn technical terms. When you visit China or Japan, like what we did, not many people are able to speak English, to understand English. So we rely much on Google Translation or AI. So a friend of mine met people in Japan were well dressed. He was a well dressed guy, but unfortunately he didn't understand. He is not able to speak English. It's different from Malaysia, China, Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore. Everybody can speak English as a second language. So you need to rely on the media, on the Google Translation, Chinese Google Translation, etc. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, but I learned some Japanese before coming to Japan. So, like say a very simple one, like how much is this, or saying konnichiwa or something like that. Asking because they like other people when they speak their language. Yeah, so we have to. Yeah, probably if you are going to KKN later, you need to learn the language as well in their local language because it will create smooth interactions and they really appreciate. Oh, uh, he or she uses my language. Yeah. So probably I someone say like survival language. Like I went to Japan. I learned some survival Japanese. Yeah, like saying thank you or something like that. So yeah, I don't actually I downloaded some apps, but I didn't use anymore because I understand what they are saying and I something like that. Because we just use language just like buying things or even just say asking address something like that. Yeah, yeah, right.
Okay, thank you, sir, for your great experience. Okay, talk about social media. Social media connect us with the world, but do you think it helps us understand cultures better or sometimes creates misunderstandings?
Okay, I am a netizen. Since I have all social media. I've got 3 channels of YouTube channels, TikToks, two TikTok accounts, Twitter accounts, X accounts, domestic, in country and overseas. So I tweet with all foreign people from around the world in Twitter. I've got LinkedIn, Facebook, 3 Facebook accounts. But I'm able to manage my time. Well, I think the emergence of social media platforms make netizens and citizens, they are lucky. We are lucky because we can travel around the world using cyber technology. Yeah. Every day, for example, every day I listen to podcasts or YouTube and follow all the news around the world. And I learn the culture as well. Because, so from social engineering perspectives, social culture, the culture develop, and just like language shift, etc. So it is important to learn new things from social media. But I would like to, because I often follow the scam, romantic scam. There are lots of girls, women in wealthy countries like Dubai, uh, United Arab Emirates. They become victims of romantic scams through social media because they don't understand the culture. Someone from English speaking countries or other parts of the world try to seduce the girls. They say they want to marry her and then offer. The girls didn't learn the culture of the target countries, and they become victims of romantic scams. They seduce and offer something to fly to Dubai, fly to Qatar, fly to uh, China, etc. But in fact, they become victims of romantic scam. There are lots of cases like this, and you must be very careful. And it is very important to learn cross-cultural communication, cross-cultural understanding, or otherwise you will become victims of romantic scam, especially the young girls, young women, even the boys. The boys also becomes victims of sex trafficking, etc. That's it.
Right. Okay. Yes. I think many years ago, when I firstly coming to Canada, I learned about cultures only from, let's say, from let's say, pelatihan, trainings or departure trainings. But now, with the emergence or the emergence of the existing of social media, I think you have lots of opportunities to learn about other cultures. Yeah, let's say from the videos, for example, YouTube videos, you may watch, let's say, specific movies or events like, let's say, there are many channels for, let's say, from other countries where they can share about their culture. So you can learn from them. From TikTok as well, from let's say Instagram. So lots of media, I think, provides information for you how you can understand more cultures abroad. And uh, you know, when you are going to interact with others, there are possibilities for you, let's say, to engage or to establish friendship with people from different countries, right? Like, uh, some stories I ever heard about uh, our students in our let's say in our department, they make friends with someone from Korea, for example, through Facebook platforms or any platforms, or even I met students who are gamers, who is a gamer, and he make friends with gamers from different countries, and then starting from that platform, he continued by making friends, let's say, like intensive one, like asking about anything, something, not only beyond the gaming things, yeah, like making friends, or even in our department, I met one student who married with American because of the Facebook, yeah. And now she's in America, yeah. So, like for the first time, she learned about the English itself, managed by this American guy. But later, they make friends and establish more, let's say, relationship like that. And then, yeah, and the American guy came to Palu and they married in Ampana, if I'm not mistaken. So I think there are lots of opportunities for you as I don't know, Gen Z, millennial, Gen Z, yeah, Gen Z, to learn more cultures from other countries or from other, let's say, from other cultures which is different from us. Yes, that's what I thought. Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for Sir Mukrim and Sir Mohtar. Okay, I think it's the last question, sir. So thank you so much, our speakers, for the insightful sharing, the great experience. We have learned that culture is not only about food, clothes, or festivals. It's also about communication style, respect, and values. All right, now it's time for the Q&A session. So this is your chance to ask anything related to cross-cultural understanding. Later on, the questions will be directly answered by our best speakers. So please raise your hand if you want to ask something. Guys,
Raise your hand.
raise your hand, guys, if you want to ask something. Yeah.
Let me introduce myself. Yeah. Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Farul S. Gibran and I am from class Esperon. My sir, excuse me, sir, can I mix bahasa? Yeah. I have some question for how to adaptation in the other country. Tidak di beberapa tempat yang bagaimana ya tempatnya itu lingkungannya tidak lingkungan itu keras. Nah, is it not possible to apa ya untuk kita sendiri itu di lingkungan itu kurang cocok misalnya tidak ramah, tidak ramah itu lingkungan. Nah, seperti itu, Sir. Bagaimana cara adaptasi yang lebih mudahnya gitu.
Misunderstandings, respect, and tolerance are the keys to good communication. And in English, is not only about grammar and vocabulary, but also about connecting cultures. Thank you for your attention and amazing participant, guys, during this session. And I would like to say thank you very much for our best speaker. Thank you, sir, for sharing new knowledge. Give a big applause for them, guys.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, guys, it's the end of our meeting. I'm Maharani. Time to say goodbye. See you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
I will give it back to our best MC today.
All right. Thank you very much for our best moderator and especially our best speaker today for this inspiring session. Yes, that was our talk show and the team Cross Culture Understanding. We hope it gives us motivation to make this year camp even more meaningful. All right, guys, let's give one last applause for everyone here. Okay, guys, see you on the next session and keep your spirit alive. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.